to him.
I mean,
we go to the well, then what? What are we? What is it exactly you hope to gain from that?
The details of my use of the well are of not your concern. But to send a group of you, especially you,
Just addressing the group.
be a waste of resources. I demand first a test, a task. The well will come, but there are other things that can be done first. For you lot, a test of strength, as well as loyalty.
Because we're the one that have to prove that we're not up to no good.
He kind of looks at you.
Your loyalty is in flux. I am no fool. I have no disillusions that, given the chance, would drive a dagger in my back the moment you get the chance. As I've said before, our goals align for now.
All right.
You will have to take my word and that chance. We have the opportunity to aid each other. I could kill you all. Here and now.
What?
That's what you think, bud.
He takes a step down the platform. Takes a step down the dais, and he just
Well, maybe you
he
could.
just kind of cocks his head and he says,
Or we can put it to the test.
No. You're probably right. You probably could. I mean, maybe it'd be pretty even, but maybe. Oh, I can't do spaz voice today. Where's that?
you can see a hint of amusement in his statue-like posture as it kind of returns his cocked head.
Fuse has been listening to this the entire time, but she has not stopped, like, just downright glaring at him. Not, like, making any accusations, but just, like, I don't have to like you kind of glare.
He kind of senses your trepidation. He says,
As I said, both our loyalties are in flux. But I see a potential ally against a greater threat. If you wanted to fight, you would have. And if I wanted to kill you, I would have. For now, we seek mutual gain. Whether you believe me or not, there are apocalypses coming to our world. Panoptes in the well. A means to an end. The well will be found. As for Panoptes, If he wants to rot in his prison, let him. He is under the impression that I still am aiding his release. I have cast a shadow upon myself from his scrying eyes. Without my aid, he will struggle. However, it seems with his reclaiming of the Necronomicon, as well as the capture of your friend, he may take an agency over his own escape sooner than intended.
You said something else would be more important than going after the Vel right now. What would you have us do?
Repeat what you said, Pep.
The well will be found. I believe there are forces other than us that are looking for it. They do not have the knowledge I have.
And then what did you say, Nim Nim? He would have addressed you both in turn.
Yeah. I was more asking, well, if that's the case versus the well, what do you want us to do then instead?
For now, I bestow you a task. As I said, a test of strength and loyalty. Should you prove yourselves, our partnership may grow. By now, I'm sure you've realized that this mountain is inhabited by a dragon.
Yeah.
Fetch me his soul.
For fuck's sake.
His soul! Well, one question. How do we get a dragon soul?
Kill it.
Yeah, one question. What
Oh.
the fuck?
Okay, we kill it, and then what?
I will handle the rest.
Okay, so we kill it and then come back to you. Alright.
We drag the body here for you or something? What? How do you get a soul out of something like that?
I will be there. The time is right.
So we do all the work and you swoop in and get the rewards. Got it.
Precisely. As for rewards, the hoard is yours. I have no need for gold or trinkets.
Well, Spaz, you could go swimming in gold instead of corpses.
God, wouldn't that be nice? I mean, not that I have anything against the corpses. They're all fine and dandy, but... gold, it would be so refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
Soul for me, and riches for you. And afterwards, a stronger bond, albeit tenuous. And we can further our plans, perhaps together.
Or
Panoptes has been watching you for weeks. Every dark corner seeping with shadow energy. Every cultist in his name. He has eyes and ears in many places. He is not unknown to your whereabouts, but he is not all-knowing.
Okay. I has one more question. This dragon, do you happen to know what it is? Is it like an elder vam? Is it red? Like, I don't remember what color it was, guys.
It's a red dragon.
It was red. So
It
yeah,
was red,
okay,
and it was a red dragon because Spaz scouted it out.
yeah.
It was a red dragon. It did not look young, nor did it look ancient.
Okay. Someone-
And I'll just say that like Spaz was able to like he'd be able to tell like, oh, this is a fresh, newborn thing. Whereas like an ancient dragon, all the scales would be like, all haggard and old. It would have scars of thousands of years of whatever.
Then I rescind my question. Go.
Do we have an accord?
I mean, we can certainly try, right?
If you fail, then you are not strong enough for the trials ahead anyway, and I will raise you as my minions, regardless.
Well,
Been dead once before. It's not all bad.
He kind of turns his head and he says,
You were, weren't you?
Yeah.
As for your friend, the paladin, he and I share more in common than you may think. Perhaps you may earn the right to know more.
Oh.
As for Panoptes and his grasp on your souls, should you wish, I can offer to trade his grasp for mine. Consider it.
Interesting. What do we think about that? Are you saying you can bring Ragnar back for us? Without having to go see the bears and jump through hoops and get the phoenix and all this stuff, and then I'd have to punch him again?
Your friend is not dead, but he dwells in the realm of death.
I don't understand the difference.
Panoptes has captured him, has he not?
Yeah.
yeah.
Your friend is, I believe, alive. But your friend, as well as the rest of the Triumvirate, they hold secrets. Secrets that Panoptes may use.
Alright. Let's go kill a dragon? Yeah?
Yes. Either way, we need to move quickly. I obviously worry about somebody being somewhere.
Yep. Right. Then it's settled. Yeah?
What choice do we have?
That bug.
Hooray! Let's go kill a dragon. Sounds super easy and lots of fun.
Yeah. Alright.
So we just go out the way we came. We go this way. We're good. And I'm gonna start slowly backing away without breaking eye contact with him to make sure he's not gonna pull some shit on us.
He's just like standing there, statuesque, as you guys back up. And you back up. You go into the entrance from which you came. This long kind of feels like walking through a stadium tunnel, except the further you get away from the Shadow Forge, you can feel a little bit of the warmth come back, and by the time you exit the tunnel, color, albeit not much, is back. You are essentially in the heart of Balad Kaz, and there is an air of death and just dust in this massive cavern that the city is built within. But our actions are your own.
Well,
So what, we just go in and wreck shit? Like, I don't know.
we need a plan. Well, there was the, didn't the letter I wrote mention that there's a collapsible roof or ceiling for the dragon?
It was the beams or the structure or something was
Yeah.
Not as
Trixie.
good.
Oh, hi. Is that Moria?
Yeah, just a little inspiration for what Balad Kaz kind of...
What? You stole content from a different fantasy source? Who would do such a thing?
I know.
God, it's almost like some of the calamities are from that shit too. Oh no!
He's using a primary source.
I'm citing my sources.
APA style only, please.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So, right, Tom, the roof is collapsible from the...
Yeah, so you remember from the...
from the thing that was dictated to me. I remember.
Yeah. You remember from the letter that Shard mentioned that there is a cavern underneath the one that the dragon is currently residing in that is basically just held up by a bunch of rock pillars, but might not be the most stable. So you could potentially use that to your advantage.
Yeah, did we investigate that last time? I don't remember if we did or didn't.
No, you scoped out the dragon itself, and you passed the stealth check by 1 point, by the way.
Yeah.
But you did not investigate the tunnels beneath.
Okay. Let's investigate the tunnels! Yeah?
Let's see what we were
May as
doing.
well.
We can go kaboom, kaboom!
Like to point out, the
So,
dragon can also go kaboom, kaboom, and Ix doesn't have to wait until a spell recharge.
It also occurs to me a red dragon is probably a fire dragon, and I have fire spells.
But
Yup.
don't you?
Huh.
I got other options.
Shoulda learned how to make some puddles instead then, huh?
I got cold spells and disintegrate and
That's true, that's true.
chromatic orb is my backup follow for any element.
Yeah, that's rainbow.
So I'll assume you guys are walking and talking.
Yeah.
hmm
You're able to backtrack fairly easily. It's eerily quiet as you traverse back to the entrance of Balad Kaz and the kind of highway that you came in on. You reach the crossroads, past the big bronze door that you first entered the mountain in. The gray cat that kind of has been hanging around. You can see it just standing there, motionless, like in the crack of the door, as kind of the moonlight, or no, it'd be day at this point, but as like the daylight kind of silhouettes it in the crack of the door, and then it just kind of slowly saunters away. You continue down the other path that initially led you to the treasure, and following the directions based upon Shard. Who is reading Shard's instructions?
I was.
Make an intelligence check to see if you can decipher and interpret his direction.
Alrighty. Don't fail me now. Wow, nat 20, and I have a plus
No
5
shit.
intelligence.
All right. So as you look over this, you,
Andrew.
for a brief moment, transport yourself through space and time, and you are looking at the map through Shard's eyes for but a flickering moment. And you're easily able to interpret his direction. You are able to lead the group and navigate them and not get lost down the kind of winding, natural, and otherwise built tunnels. It's a winding path, and there's a lot of forking roads and stuff. But as you're passing through the Underdark, you get reminiscences of when you were down here before. It's similar, and as you're traversing, you sometimes walk down an ancient pathway. It's at one point it might have been a maintained highway through some civilizations that lived down here, but it's long in disrepair. You maneuver through old abandoned mine shafts. You squeeze your way through crevices and meander your way through natural tunnels, as well as encountering some tunnels that are big and round. And anyone who's interested to know more about these tunnels, make a history.
I do.
Oh, I'm not even gonna try to roll on that.
History.
Take out my dice.
History. I got 23.
Three?
Nice.
I'm gonna roll just for shits and giggles to see how badly it will go.
Please do.
I'm gonna have to get an at 20.
26.
6.
Damn.
Damn.
I have expertise in history because of all my note taking.
Oh yeah, I think that was a DM boon, wasn't it?
Yes, that was.
Rolled a 7, which
A 7?
considering I get -5 to all intelligence rolls, that's not bad.
Damn.
Wait, what?
-5 seems like a lot. I don't know how you
That
have
does
that much
sound like
negative.
a lot. How do you pull that off?
Because I have a 0 intelligence score.
Wait,
Isn't that supposed to be?
I have literally boosted everything else.
Oh, so you have
How do
like
you have
what,
a 0?
a 10, so the modifier is 0.
Yeah.
She has average intelligence. I'm sorry.
I have below average strength.
Oh,
See,
God.
meanwhile, my strength I get +2 to, which is why I've been able to open massive doors as a halfling before.
it's all about leverage. In any case, everyone who rolled, except Spaz, unfortunately.
And my
As you-
+12 to stealth, that's where all my
Yep.
points went.
As you move through these tunnels, they they look natural and meandering in 3 directions. They kind of list up, down, left, right, all kinds of potential pathways. The inside of it looks uncharacteristically smooth for a seemingly natural cavern, and it strikes you. And you've heard stories and you've encountered these before briefly, but these tunnels are actually made by an inhabitant of the Underdark. The Purple Worm is a giant, worm that inhabits the Underdark and actually eats its way through rock, and is what is in fact making these tunnels. It's its way pathing its through, and you know that societies have used this to their advantage, making them, turning them into highways and leveling them out, or even just caves and caverns and things like that. And sometimes these caverns remain, and sometimes bits of them collapse just through use and various tectonic activity. But that, amongst all the other bits of cavern you move through, takes you about a half an hour to make your way down through the darkness. And eventually you open up to a large cavern. And there is just teeny bits of dripping magma from the ceiling. It's tall. It's about 100 feet high and relatively dome shaped. Although you can tell that it's a natural formation. And there's just enough magma seeping from the ceiling and kind of dripping down cracks in the walls that provides a dim glow to the area, so that even those without dark vision can see pretty much everything, and even those with dark vision
We all
are
have
not
dark
limited
vision.
by their range. Full disclosure, I don't have a map for this, but you can see 3 pillars made of rock that are appearing to be tenuously holding up the ceiling of this cavern. And based off of the magma drips below, you reckon that this is what Shard was talking about, and especially since you followed his directions. And even as you enter, you can kind of hear just the subtle shifts of the earth, and a pebble from one of these spires kind of click and clacks down. They're not very large, and they are spindly and sinuous. They almost look like sickly fingers, winding almost, and just very thin in some parts, just holding up the ceiling.
Can I discern, which pillar is... Because Spaz told us where, the dragon is. Could I discern, which pillar the dragon is most closely under?
Yeah, just based off of your spatial awareness and description of the dragon's lair and where the magma's dripping through. You know what? Fuck it. Let's do MS.
Oldie but a goodie.
Whipping out the paint. Oh, I switch over from the gift game.
I've been switching back and forth.
I look at the game. So this is essentially the room. You guys walk in here.
Oh, I gotta click watch screen.
There's kind of bits of magma dripping down from over here. And there's a pillar here, here, and here.
Okay. Uno, dos, tres. Ein,
You
zwei.
reckon that the third pillar is the one that would be most closely to where Spaz saw the dragon.
Interesting. Well, and I shouldn't say this loudly. None of us should. Keep it quiet in here. You never know. Could be a thin roof. The dragon could hear us. So, pillar 3 is probably... yeah. That went down the wrong pipe.
Uh-oh. Make a stealth check for your coughs.
This is how
Sorry.
we die. Well done.
I wasn't coughing with the German accent. Therefore,
It wasn't in
Wasn't
character.
coughing in character.
Nothing.
Didn't count.
so the third pillar is the one that the dragon's most likely under. Now, too bad we don't have a dwarf with us for some geological.
I was just thinking this
Knowledge.
dwarf would be able to just fucking dun, 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 dun.
I know. Unfortunately, a certain dwarf is not with us. However, we should be able to just blast this, and then maybe the roof falls, or maybe we need to knock all 3. We don't know. If we hit 3 and knock it down, the dragon, it'll alert the dragon, and if he doesn't fall, then it's awake and we're fucked. Maybe. If we knock down those 3, it comes crashing down on our heads. So,
Isn't that why you have like fireballs or something?
Yeah, but fire isn't. It's.
Well, just to knock them down, not to hit the dragon. You know?
I also
I
have
can
things that can do
disintegrate
that.
one pillar from a distance.
I would have
What am I?
to double check my spells, but I do have Erupting Earth. But I don't remember
There you
how
go.
big of a space that is. Hold on a moment.
You could also try to just hit one really fucking hard.
This is
That's
also
what I'm
true. Oh, in which case I could actually turn into an elemental, which I would probably want to do for this anyway, and just biff.
Mm-hmm.
A good old Biff.
Hey, Tom. How far apart are they, roughly? Like 10 feet, 20 feet, 100 feet.
300 feet?
Let's reckon
400 feet?
that the diameter of this room is. Scale is always so hard to judge, especially when it's a potential like combative thing. But let's say the room is roughly a diameter of 200 feet. So these guys are roughly 50 feet apart.
80 feet. Okay.
Hmm.
It's kind of an isosceles triangle you got going on. Or is that a scalene?
Not
That's how it always
equilateral.
the two sides are the same. Isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Or two sides are the.
Anyhow.
Anyhow, so whether we do all of the 3 columns or whatnot, if we do that, then we have a dragon on our heads, and now we just have a dragon in a cavern. I don't see how that's any different than what is currently above us right now. How are we planning on coming at it once we do have it?
If only we had a remote detonator.
What are
Oh, what?
those?
You can't just go behind a corner and shoot a fireball?
Yeah, I'd have to shoot 3.
I do have, as long as this will work, I'm not entirely sure, but the erupting earth will cause an earth and stone eruption in a 20-foot cube centered on that point of my choosing. Each creature makes a dexterity saving throw.
So that's 20-foot cube, so that can only hit 1.
Let me see if there's a level up on that.
I can disintegrate a chunk of a pillar. That'll collapse it. And by chunk, I mean like an entire section.
Come on.
So...
I
But, so, the other thing is, if we do that, it collapses down. If we don't know what's underneath, it could continue collapsing,
Oh, that's a good point.
which is good because it might, kills the dragon. However,
If it's magma, when
if it's magma,
we've just given it power, right? The
That's
fire dragon.
how dragons work, yes.
I
but
mean,
the other thing is, it
it's not
also
gonna hurt
melts
it.
all of the gold.
point, we'd be lucky to survive with our lives. Sorry, Spaz, but I think the gold is secondary at this point.
What? Lion.
You just got your life back. You really want to go ruin it again?
You want your life back. Shiny, valuable things aren't important.
Can't take it with you.
Yeah, that's why I want it now.
I mean, I'm on both of your side, right? Now, Spaz, to be fair, all the gold we get is yours, right? But I do want something from the dragon, like a tooth, or a nail, or a scale, or like its whole wing, or its whole tail.
Ooh. As long as we give old Frosty Face the soul, I guess the rest of it is whatever we want, right?
Imagine what you could do with a wing the size of the thing. It's quite
Oh my
large.
gosh, what if you wore the
Right.
wings and I wore my my giant helmet and we would just look so cool?
I could fly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe like in a circle, right? Because I have one wing. I could just like, like when you paddle a boat, but like only on one side.
I mean, sometimes all you need to do is just go a little ways, so work for that. It's just...
Okay.
Listen, I know you're all waiting for my big advice on what we should do and to make this grand plan that's definitely gonna work. But I think our litigical friends are the ones that are gonna have to figure this one out.
Yeah. The other way I see it is we collapse it. The dragon could just fly mid-fall, right?
I was gonna ask you guys. We're all planning on him falling, but can't he just like fly away?
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe.
Unless we block his exit, because the only way out is through the top of the volcano. The only
Or
way
like, what if?
doing it.
True, but like, what if shit falls on him? You know, it's like, oh, I got rock on my head.
It's gonna have to be a really big rock.
Or what if it's like a lot of little rocks? Or like, what if
That's
it's like
exactly what I was gonna say. Like when you get a whole horde of goblins, like one goblin is like, yeah, no worries. But if you get a whole horde of goblins, then you're in trouble usually. Except for us, because we're awesome.
How high up was the cavern up top? Does anybody remember?
It was pretty high. Couldn't I see out the top a little bit?
Yeah, there was a small, well, not small, but there was an opening that was kind of, it looked like a rocky butthole.
That's right. Everything's a butthole.
The erupting earth, I could, as long as it's within 120 feet of what I can see, or of me, I should say, I could theoretically get it to just burst from the top and then fall.
But by the way, Tom, the cavern, how tall is that?
Cavern you're in is about 100 feet. Cavern the dragon was in is also close to about 100 feet tall.
So it would fall
100 because it's sitting
100
on the floor.
feet, which would be what, 10d6?
Yeah.
I don't think that's enough to kill it.
Probably not.
Unless you,
Maybe stun it.
it might stun it, do a little damage, but unless we, collapse a mountain on it, well, I say we sneak in and has a plan and just surprise it. Yeah.
Does anybody have any ideas on like what weak spots there are on dragons? Nimnam?
Their bellies are usually weak. The inside of their mouths, if you can see it, are sometimes
actually,
weak. Eyeballs, underneath their toenails,
Tom,
buttholes.
can I do a history check? Yeah, history. And all my just
Try to get information on the dragon, like a Witcher, like
Yeah,
like a
kinda
Witcher
like-
knowledge check. Yeah, I'll put that as history. I'd say.
all right. Don't fail me
I
now.
really need it.
Luck point,
Yeah, look.
Using the luck. Alrighty.
because that was
Oh,
It wasn't a
God.
one, but it wasn't great either.
Yeah, you said your D20 early, huh?
Oh my god!
rolled the same fucking number on a
God
different
said
die.
no.
14.
Yikes.
14. Okay. I mean, you might not be able to get details, but you would be able to discern and recall that if it is a red dragon, chances are it is, at home in fire. So fire damage, might not be as effective or effective at all, potentially. You'd also know that based off the age of a dragon, the older they are, the more powerful they are. Apart from that, you'd be familiar with their general avenues of attack. Claws, they have a bite, they can tail whip, and obviously dragons have a breath attack.
Mm. Well, if we go and we surprise it, the other thing we could do is we could fake until it leaves its lair, and then set Zit up, and when it comes back, we spring it. But we don't
but it was
know
like
when it will
sleeping
leave.
hard.
If it even will, I mean, why would it ever leave? It's getting all the food it ever wanted, and it's sitting on its hoard.
Yeah.
But
That's
if
what
it's
I
not
mean, like,
getting
it
that
was
food
sleeping.
anymore because we killed it all.
Well, yes, but it doesn't seem to know that yet.
And we don't know how long it's going to be before it eats again, so that's fair.
Yeah. We poison it?
I mean, are you saying like slather spaz and
No,
poison?
not
and-
spaz. I don't know. Offer it.
Another Isaac situation.
Because
Let's
that
go.
was no.
I've already been eaten by one behemoth this year. I'd rather not make it two.
If we find something that would be palatable to it, and yeah, put poison on that.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought. I might have something for this. Weirdly enough.
You just carry a goat around in your bag with you.
Yeah, no, you.
I'm not that good, but I could technically conjure something that would be edible. It may not enjoy being eaten, though.
Things don't.
Bummer. Ooh, that's fun. So, do you remember what I did to the Illithid? Where I essentially made it sick.
No, but
Yeah.
go
Okay.
on.
Contagion. I do have to touch it, unfortunately, so I would have to get close. And I can't do beast form before then, so that's a bit of a bear.
I can be visible.
Yeah.
Well, lack of a bear.
True. Yeah. What I did to him, if I remember correctly, was the mind fire. It was quick OOC disadvantage on intelligence checks and saving throws. But the contagion spell itself, touch and inflict a disease, each one has an effect on a different stat block, so to speak.
Okay. And how long does it last? Is it permanent?
7 days.
Oh! That's not what I was expecting to hear.
No, right?
I mean,
this
that's-
one's a 5th level.
Plenty enough for this purpose, that's for sure.
Okay, so the only catch is at the end of each of the target's turns, it must make a Constitution saving throw. After failing 3 of these saving throws, the disease effect lasts for the duration, and the creature stops making the saves. After succeeding on 3 of these saving throws, so that all 3 of them, the creature recovers from the disease and the spell ends. So that's the only catch.
And dragons probably have
Yes.
that.
Happening though it's so unlikely.
It's still, 3 to possibly 6 rounds of, damn it, yay, damn it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that time it's gonna be distracted enough that we could do something else on top of that. And drop it. So, I mean...
And the nice part is, for me, it's not a concentration spell, so I just... And then I can cast something else. For once.
Touching the
That is a nice little thing to have in your back pocket there.
Hey man, I kept it around for the Illithid thing because I was like, oh, this might help. It came in handy, and I was like, we're keeping that one on the list. You are permanently there, buddy.
Well, if you're gonna do that, just as an extra backup, I can give you protection from energy. So if it does
Catch
turn
on.
around and notice you touching it, then it won't be horrible to get a face full of fire.
Probably gonna notice something touching it, because again, have to touch. Which kind of sucks. Plus, it's a melee spell attack, so yeah, no matter what. Smack!
Yeah.
So there's two options. There's normal invisibility, which
It's easy
is invisible, but once you do an action, it drops. Or there's greater invisibility, lasts a little bit shorter, and it lasts, I forget how long, but you can do whatever you want, and you don't lose it.
I want that one.
Yeah,
I think
that way I might
later
have
is
a
the-
shot at getting in, doing that, moving away, and then maybe managing to get either another attack off or at least going beast form before it does the thing. Whatever the thing is.
Push a bunch of random buttons and not know how.
Another option is I could sneak in and try to polymorph it into a chicken, and then move it into the lower cavity and position it, and then drop the polymorph and then drop the ceiling on it.
I mean,
I do kind of like that, though.
that sounds like a good plan.
But if
How can it go
polymorph fails,
Yeah, that's
polymorph fails, then we're fucked.
Yeah, that by that point it would know, but also...
It's gonna know one way or the other, right? Like, it's not gonna just be like,
better one.
oh, that was strange. Back to sleep. Oh no, my ceiling is falling on my face. Like,
Dude,
How far can you be for your polymorph?
Let me see. Let me consult the Book of Armaments.
1,
Great
Two.
name. Great name.
5.
free my lord.
60 feet.
Okay, so we're gonna have to be fairly close. And then the invisibility
Not as
spell,
close
is
as
that a
possible.
concentration or is it just a cast and go?
Let me check that too.
It's okay.
No.
Back and forth, back and forth. Actually, I need to
Greater invid. Oh fuck, they're both concentration.
there it is. That's the problem.
Here's the
And I
wrinkle.
can't do one of. I can't. I don't think I can do either of those. Hold on.
I mean, Spaz does have the fancy ring of invisibility.
That's true.
Do. And I mean, you could borrow it if you promise to give it back. And I mean, if you promise, like you are not keeping this. This is my ring. You can't have it. It told me that you can't have it, and so you can only borrow it, and it would be for like 20 seconds tops, and then I'd have to have it back.
Darling, are you okay?
Yeah, I just really like that ring. It's just really like comfy.
Hmm. Yes, unfortunately, those spells are entirely yours. I don't think I can learn them.
Yeah. Yep. Posted in the GIF.
I'm just changing the macros for Codlex. About me.
Oh,
So
alright.
many noises. I don't know what's going on with these noises.
Well, Oh, we going guns blazing.
Something's gonna be blazing.
Oh my god, I forgot about
There
these.
it goes. It's okay. I added a new one, and I was thinking about changing them out because I have a couple ideas, but I can only put in 8 at a time.
I mean, it is canon that they would spam it, so.
Oh yeah, no, I kind of figured that would happen. Can't not spam that one.
It just feels right.
Yeah, exactly.
Emotional damage.
Lissa says hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Wait, what are you talking to Alyssa?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Well, we have options. Shall we put it to a vote?
Alright, what we voting on?
Yeah.
Option 1, we bust the pillars under the dragon. Option 2, Pep goes in and diseases the dragon.
And then what, we just fuck it up after it's sick.
Yeah.
Pretty much, and we could still collapse the floor if you all can figure out
Yes.
how to do that without me down there.
Option 3 is we wait it out, let it leave, and then set a trap. Option 4, I try to polymorph it into a chicken and we drop the ceiling on it.
I like
Option
chicken.
5 is we just bum rush it.
Alright, I'm gonna
Option
vote
5
for...
is Plan B for if Plan A fails.
Yeah.
Plan Z for if any one of these other options fails.
Yeah.
Fair.
I'm gonna vote for any and all options that include fucking up this dragon.
Helpful, darling.
Okay, so
Just
We're all
count if
so
it evolves.
surprised by your choices.
If it involves beating up a dragon, count me in. How about that?
Alright, they all do.
Well then, I'll vote for all of them. Democracy. There it is. It's a wonder how anybody gets anything done.
Speaking of which, did everybody vote?
Yeah.
Oh, tomorrow.
Nice.
Ooh, we're gonna fight the lines.
Oh, you're talking that
You mean real or vote? Sorry.
real votes.
Yeah.
Real
I
votes.
get out of work fairly
Three
early, so
voting.
my plan is just the moment I get out of work, get out of there. Shouldn't
There you
have
go.
that big of a problem.
All of our
Glorious
early voting
feedback,
places lines were
California is
busy for
early
the last week, so
Really?
it's
Yeah. A lot
Yeah.
of people voting this year.
Oh, yeah.
Can't imagine why.
Took Mandy and I like 2
half an
hours
hour
to go.
inside waiting to get in the other day.
Jesus.
Well,
Anyway.
So, in any case, yeah.
I like the chicken idea because I think it'd be funny. And also, I like chickens.
I also feel like it might kind of
Hey.
work.
Hey, Tom, can you pull
Yeah.
up the dragon layer on roll 20 like you did before?
I mean, I must have missed the polymorph plan.
We
Because-
polymorph the dragon into a chicken, take it to the underground chamber, and drop the fucking ceiling on it.
Okay. You guys would be familiar enough with polymorph that if you polymorph something and its
Well,
HP drops,
well,
all that
I
does is
remember
drop
that.
the polymorph.
Would drop the polymorph and then drop the ceiling. 'Cause
Right.
it's concentration or whatever.
So let's say you, like I'm only telling you this because in character you would be familiar enough with the spell.
Yeah. That was my.
So let's say you turn it into a chicken. The chicken has 1 HP, and you deal, I don't know, 50 points of rock damage to it. One of those points would apply to the chicken. The polymorph would drop. It would turn back into a dragon, and then the rest of the 49 points would apply to the dragon.
Mhm.
You can turn it into a chicken. It's just like polymorph doesn't change the maximum HP of
Well, what
whatever
if we just capture it as a chicken? How long does it last?
you can capture it as a chicken.
I can hold it for an hour, but
Okay.
So-
Isn't it making it check against you?
So what if we turn it into
The
a chicken
wisdom
and just
test,
keep the
that's what
chicken
I
back?
Yeah.
if it fails it turns.
Right.
What if we just turn it into chicken and take the chicken to Zephyr knees and let him figure it out?
Put him 1v1 the dragon.
Give him the chicken. Like, here's the dragon.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if it transforms out, he's bragging about how easily he can kill us. It would be more help to killing the dragon if you have to drop it as chicken.
No, I think that wouldn't satisfy his whole.
Oh, I don't trust
I don't think he'd be happy about it, but I don't
Technically,
think it's a
said-
bad
What is he
idea.
gonna do? Not help us with it if it's about to eat him? Like,
Technically, he said he needs the dragon's soul. He never said the dragon had to be alive or dead.
that's what I'm saying. You gotta look for loopholes.
I think he already would know because he said something about like if we killed it, how we're not supposed to just drag the body. He's just gonna pop up and do whatever he's
Okay,
gonna do.
well, if he's expecting us to kill it, then we just, surprise him a little early, and then maybe he knows of a way to kill a chicken where a dragon can't undragon and redragon, and then we've got dead chicken instead of Dragon.
By the way, Spaz, when you looked in the chamber, if we were to drop the floor, any lava or magma flow down with it too? Because that would melt all the gold.
Hey,
Yeah, we're
Nim
not melting the gold. We've talked about
Quick
this. That's why we're
question,
turning him into a chicken.
I've seen you do this spell a couple of times. The disintegration bit that you always try.
That fails, yes.
What is the save?
Could be.
The save is, I think it's a dex save, a
Can
reflex.
rocks make a dex save?
Hang on, let me find it and confirm it.
And a stationary object would automatically fail a dexterity. That includes someone who is incapacitated. But
Chicken!
I mean,
So if
Chicken, yes.
you hold it down long enough and you just you tap
Yeah,
disintegrate-
dex saving throw.
hold on a second. Flipping through pages, there you
Well,
wisdom.
It wouldn't-
does
strength,
incapacity count if it's diseased?
Well, the other thing is, if I kill it with disintegrate, it disintegrates completely.
Um, oh, he may not like that. Never mind.
Then that
It was almost a good idea. God damn it.
Hey,
But
who's
the
to
thing
say
is-
that the soul is held in the
I'm
body?
certain the
Who's
dragon
to
has
say
more
that it
than
doesn't just
100
release-
I was going to say.
Let's get
Seizure. The
philosophical
creature is
with it.
overcome with shaking. The creature has disadvantage on dexterity checks, dexterity saving throws, and attacks that use dexterity.
Well, you guys could 1-2 that shit. Would you be able to do that sicky poo thing while it's a chicken?
No, because then it would just do it would apply to the chicken, not the dragon.
No.
Right? Or does it
maybe
carry?
not. You make a melee spell attack against a creature within your reach. On a hit, you inflict the creature with a disease of your choice from any of the ones described below. The only catch is since the spell induces a natural disease in its target, any effect that removes the disease or otherwise ameliorates?
Ameliorate.
Thank you.
Really?
A disease's effects apply to it, so maybe not. This might be I go in, touch, do the thing, then polymorph?
Maybe.
Chicken.
This is also assuming everything works! Because if the spell attack misses, then we're fucked. This is a pretty tough one. I'm gonna change reels for a second here for my character and check over what elementals I have, because that's gonna come in handy.
Yeah. Don't you have a fire?
I do, but I mean that'll make me resistant to fire damage, but he's also going to be resistant to fire damage. Out of character. So it's like, yeah, that could work. I will be up for a longer time, but it's gonna be coming to blows against two creatures that are probably not gonna go down for a while. Probably. I don't put my luck as that high. But there's
Oh my
water,
fucking
there's
God.
fire, there's earth, and there's air.
And heart.
I wish.
The fifth element is love.
The real treasure was the friendships we made along the way.
Alright.
I think we can't come up with a more insane plan than the ones we've already done.
Nah, not really.
There we go.
We always come up with another one. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah. Shit. You guys have a hard cutoff?
The 10:30 would still be my cutoff on this one. I do have to get up pretty early in the morning.
Alright, so if we do initiate a dragon fight, we're not going to finish. Good to know.
No,
No,
I'm
I
not
didn't
gonna get that far. Which is why I was about to say, hey, great planning session, guys!
You know, it's not a bad thing. At least we didn't have to go shopping.
I can teleport us away to go shopping, and then
No.
Actually,
No.
that's actually so funny. You could, if you wanted to use the spells, you could.
Yeah, I could study the area in the cave, teleport back to the city,
Prep
go
up.
shopping, and then teleport back to the cave.
Oh my god.
Is there anything we could, since
What a good
one of
use
our
of that
plans
spell.
was to wait and see if the dragon leaves, you could do that while we sit here and wait for it. And just hope you come back.
He just leaves us here.
Good luck,
So we
team.
can send him with all the money that, hey, get these spell components for me. Hey, you can do this while you're gone.
That is a totally viable option.
Oh my god, this is not the
And
worst
that's
plan
how
we've
Nim
ever
Nam
come.
left the party.
I know,
Pop it
right?
out.
Yeah. The other thing we can do is we can sneak in there invisible-like, open the bag of holding, and just scoop, and then run away.
So let's scoop up the dragon.
Chicken dragon.
Gold.
I mean, if a dragon won't fit into a bag of holding,
If they're honest, I guess.
A chicken will.
but a chicken could.
Yeah, what would
And if-
happen?
wait,
It
what would-
would go in, it would take cold damage, or suffocating, or whatever, and then it would
Explode into a dragon?
interact in the void space?
Well, that's the question: is does it
Does it automatically open up the bag and dump out?
Don't know.
Aw.
See?
I think
Let
we
me-
have a new strategy.
Let me double check on the rules of bag of holding.
Guys, this is why we need a bag of devouring. They actually exist.
Yeah.
I had a character chaotic enough that I was like, my plan is to get one of those and just sneak up behind bitches and BAM! And try to get to eat them at all times.
The chicken is DPS.
That sounds evil.
Oh, it was. It was. Totally fucking worth it. I really wish I had gotten the chance to do that. Never found the bag of devouring.
Alright, so. This bag has an interior space considerably larger than its outside dimensions, roughly 2 feet square by 4 feet deep on the inside. A big bag.
Oh.
The bag can hold up to 500 pounds, not exceeding a volume of 64 cubic feet. The bag weighs 5 pounds regardless of its contents. Retrieving an item requires a utilize action. If the bag is overloaded, pierced, or torn, it is destroyed, and its contents are scattered in the astral plane. If the bag is turned inside out, its contents spill forth unharmed, but the bag must be put right before it can be used again. The bag holds air enough for 10 minutes of breathing, divided by the number of breathing creatures inside. And you can also create black holes by putting two,
Yeah, them inside
Two of
of
those
each
things,
other,
or-
a hole inside of it. And,
or other interdimensional items.
What you're saying is we have a way to
Chicken.
bend things to the astral plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had it this whole time.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, why didn't we just
We'll
jump
never
into the bag?
Well, that would sacrifice the bag. If it's overloaded, pierced, or torn, it is destroyed, and then its contents are scattered in the astral plane. So you would be
I mean-
sacrificing the bag.
Nim Nam, we don't need yours, right? I mean,
It is theoretically possible to polymorph the dragon, because I believe that changes its physical attributes, including its weight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Capture the chicken in the bag of holding.
It would have
It would-
enough.
It would hold its breath. It would have enough air for 10 minutes. Then it would begin suffocating. The moment it takes suffocation damage, no breathing, don't give a fuck if I'm in a bag of holding, the polymorph would drop. It would turn back into the dragon, which weighs more than 500 pounds. It would destroy the bag and make a little, not necessarily a black hole, but it would destroy the bag and put all of the contents, including the dragon, somewhere in the actual plane.
Get to play for free, Noah.
Now, would Zifferflace be able to find the dragon soul in said astral plane? Is the real question here, because I think we've just found our new plan.
I mean,
I don't
if you
hate-
needed to find, well, if you did that, he might just tell you to go hunt it down in the astral.
He might, or we could tell him, like, listen, you told us to get rid of the dragon. We got rid of the dragon.
Don't have microphone.
He didn't tell you to get rid of it. He told you to fetch him its soul.
Right.
You could also try to talk to the dragon and see if it'll give up its soul willingly. You could also try to strike a deal with the dragon.
Yeah.
I know
Hi,
I'm part
excuse me.
demon, but I'm not
Excuse
sure
me,
if I can do
sentient
that.
beast. Would you like to give us your soul just for funsies? We promise not to do anything nefarious with it.
Oh, maybe the soul is a piece of his dragon.
Oh,
Maybe his soul is his dragon mate.
Oh yeah, could we like
The person didn't ask
Rumble
for it.
Flake in
Maybe
this
he
one?
meant like a metaphorical soul. Maybe the
That's what
dragon
I'm
really
saying
likes
now, yeah.
painting. And
Yeah, and we haven't seen them yet, but there they are, the soul of the dragon encapsulated in paint and stone.
He works in
Giant
melted
girls.
clay.
Or better yet, it
Blast
collects
furnaces,
the
his
armor
own
off of the
factory.
things it kills and it starts painting the armor.
Yeah.
modern art. I call this one desolation.
Yes. Yeah, with the charred edges on the armor, because, you know, fire breathing.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
Chicken?
I'm still leaning towards the chicken.
I mean, it is the most in character for us to do that.
It really is.
That is one of. I will be honest. That is an extremely unique way to deal with the dragon,
Yeah.
I mean, that is par for the course for us. We don't.
and it is theoretically possible.
Our favorite kind of
Can you
possible.
hold the polymorph?
An hour.
I can hold it for an hour.
So if we book it back to Zifrus and be like,
That's
here's
what
the
I'm
dragon.
saying.
That's what I was kind of hoping to be for.
I don't know. Ooh, could you get back within 10 minutes? Ooh.
Oh no, I'm not talking about putting it in the bag of holding. I mean, somebody holds the chicken and we just book it back towards it.
Yeah, that's also possible.
Chicken. Chicken. Chicken.
Oh god. Okay, so options are
All right,
chicken,
so
disease, drop the drop the stone, so to speak.
yeah,
Chicken,
Possibly try to
disease.
talk to him and
Yeah.
see if we can get his soul.
I just picture us going in there, everything fails, and then we just go, oh,
soul, please.
hi,
Uh,
so, how's it going? No hard feelings.
I like your shiny pile. I wish I had
I like
one.
your pile of
Anyway,
shiny.
bye.
like, hey, you want to talk this out now? I didn't mean
We
it.
have this friend who really wants to meet you.
How do you feel about blind dates?
Do you have a type? Is it tall, dark, and mysterious? Because boy, do we have someone for you.
Oh, God.
Oh god. Oh.
Oh my god. Okay, well, all right. So, I don't know, like the ceiling comes down, and then the rest of us just do whatever kaboom kaboom we can and see what happens.
Like I said, I vote for any and all options that involve fucking up a dragon.
I think all of them do.
So we go, we try to polymorph it. If it succeeds, we loot the horde, and then we go correct, and then collapse it on it.
So do we need to have two teams here, where one is up top and one is down below, and then there's a word that we hear or a sound that we...
I started just looking
Yeah.
at it, and I was like,
Passwords are shit, but still.
Don't we have like a? Do we have a way of like remotely?
A signal?
Yeah, there are spells that can act like that. You have the message is one of them. Sending is another one.
Yeah.
I have sending.
Okay.
One's like a cantrip or maybe a first level, and it's like a one-way message. The other one is
Yeah,
you have a
sending
minute
is
from you. And
one way, I think.
Which you would only need a one-way.
Yeah, we don't need to really talk back and forth. It's
True, but
It's
also
not-
how loud is a dragon? Because if it wakes up and there's open spaces in the chasm, there's a chance that we'll hear it anyway.
That's also true. And then if you don't hear it followed up with "Bagok," then you know we didn't succeed on the chicken plan.
Should we use that as the didn't succeed or did succeed?
yeah. I was gonna say chicken noise suggests that it's chicken is in play.
Well, that's what I mean, is if you hear a dragon roar, but then it's immediately followed up by a Bagok,
Oh, I
then that
see.
means
I
we
see.
were successful because the dragon's now making chicken noises.
did you
Right.
see a dragon ribbit?
Close enough. It's an animal sound.
Oh, we're turning it into this.
Oh my god.
So now we're talking about frog.
Frog?
Listen, frog, chicken.
Frog?
The frog can bounce away. We don't want that. We want
Fine,
a
yeah.
chicken
Easier
that
to
can
grab
only
a
go
chicken,
flap, flap,
surely.
flap,
Are way easier to transport and catch.
Surely easier to contain a chicken.
For the love of God, don't turn it into a
Most
cat.
likely.
For the love of God, don't turn it into a cat. Never
Mm,
catch that.
Yeah,
Unless.
I'm gonna polymorph it into a dragonfly.
Oh God.
I mean,
Fuck,
the
I lost
joke
What
is
if we
there,
polymorph
right fucking
it?
there, but watch us
What
not
if
be
we-
able to catch it like a bunch of idiots.
What if we polymorph it into a smaller dragon?
You mean like what's on Theodosia's shoulders?
Yeah, just like
Yeah.
No, just like a slightly smaller.
Yeah, like
It's like
80% of its
man.
current size.
Polymorph it into a young dragon.
I feel like
It's
the
a
contagion
baby.
could just do that at that point.
It can just
Yeah.
be a little baby.
So a chick instead of a full-grown chicken?
Yeah. Well, I'm not a baby dragon, but yeah.
Oddly
I feel
enough,
like
I
that
don't
would
see.
defeat the purpose to do a baby dragon.
It would be so cute.
put that into Luke's sphere too. If we wanted to try to like take it someplace and not have it like be
No,
run
they're
away.
both concentration.
Oh, try. Dang, man, that really comes.
Yep.
Random spots.
That's why
Okay.
we can only really do one of these.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I can always back up plan if the polymorph fails, and we can still get it to come crashing down. Which is honest. If we're gonna split the party, we kind of have to get it to come crashing down.
Yeah.
Once it comes down here, I can just wait and try to get it with the sickness.
Yeah. Disease. Either way.
it comes out.
Yeah. That should still be in play, whether or not it's polymorph or not. I agree on that part still being part of the process.
So how are we bringing down the pillars then? Since this is still part of the.
Can
Smashy,
Fine.
smashy.
If I'm going to wait for a spell to possibly have to pop off, I cannot be in elemental form.
no.
But I could try the erupting earth and see if that does manage to pop it. How big around are the pillars again?
I would say if it was a straight column, it'd be about 10 feet in diameter. However, it is not a straight column because it's very kind of like maybe at its base it's 10 feet, but it thins out really a lot in certain parts.
Yeah, I could always just aim it for a thin part or the base of it. Well, no, I probably would want to go about halfway up at a thin part and just so that the entire thing comes down.
It's pretty obvious to see where there would be potential weak points on the pillars as well.
Right. And then, we try to smash the other one then? Because we need to take down two?
think so, yeah.
Yeah.
At least.
How are we going about the second one?
I'm assuming it would be
Yeah,
too
I
dangerous to just
yeah.
have Proudlack run in and smash one.
Yeah, I don't think they'll hit it. I was wondering if my lightning arrow or something, if I shot it at a column, that would blow it up, but I don't think that works on inanimate object stuff.
I mean, you could technically do damage to it, but
Not as much as I thought.
like intuitively speaking, something like bludgeoning or some kind of explosive would potentially be more
Effective. What else? Okay. Because I thought there was something in like our inventory that was something that could be blowy uppy. I'm trying to scroll through things.
Please go ahead and look, because if there's anything, then we can definitely use it. I'm gonna look up another spell that I have on hand.
Under
See if I can do anything with it. This book.
that one there. Okay, maybe not. Okay, so no, don't have that.
Well, you guys have been debating. Godlike just kind of takes a squat on one of the rocks and just kind of like twiddles with his axe in the dirt.
Can we start playing tic-tac-toe in the dirt?
Yeah. Make a contesting intelligence check.
Oh my god, yes. Oh, 12!
Oh, you beat him in the first round.
Hell yeah.
You can't.
Oh, it's gonna be 3 in a row. Oh.
Yeah, you're the crossbones, not the skulls.
Okay.
Oh.
How
That
else
is
we
the
can
best version of that game I think I've ever heard.
It works.
Pepper
All
there
right.
doesn't have any magic.
Have a go.
Literally
Yeah.
Make it
Oh.
anything explode.
Oh.
I know.
Is it possible to have a score lower than 0?
Oh.
Than 0.
Alright, Godlike beats you on that one.
Okay, see, now you got it. Now you got it. 2 out of 3.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do that.
I'll go you this time.
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh yeah?
Blue color.
14.
Literally rope.
Yeah, you're both mate.
Yeah.
At first.
And I'm gonna like tackle you and start just like hanging off of his neck.
While you're just hanging off his neck, he just kind of like poutingly just like picks up the dirt, like the equivalent of kicking the table.
We're just wrestling over here while the intelligent people are making plans.
Or I'm supposed to pretend I'm the dragon. He just burps in your face.
A pesky dragon!
It's a bit much, but I'm envisioning him like stepping up onto a rock and being like, "Look, I'm flying!" and he just flaps his arms as he just leaps onto you like WWE style.
Take 87 points of bludgeoning damage.
There it is. Full weight.
got black for that.
So what are we thinking, guys? Can I help? Can I help in any of your studious works, perhaps? Can I answer
Can I
any?
get sausage? I want to make fire
figure
breath.
out how to take out another column because Nimnam can disintegrate one, but if Pep is doing, or well, something like that, it's like we can't have two magic people.
Well, based off of physics alone, I never explicitly said that 2 is the amount of stuff that you would need. However, based off of physics and based off of the, you guys are able to discern this. Taking out 1 pillar might collapse the ceiling. Taking out 2 almost assuredly will, and 3 is most likely over.
That seems excessive.
Oh.
So
Just
two
based
would
off
be the
of-
best, but it's not. It may not.
You already go inside.
Well, what we can do is
Eventually, because just based off of what you're able to see, how
Right.
spindly the columns are, and just the structure of the cavern, yeah, I mean these are things that you're able to kind of just see.
Curiosity, just for better detail from the paint map there. Where does the ceiling above us, which is the other floor, right? Where does it not connect to?
It does connect everywhere. There's just enough cracks and little bits of space that where those little it's basically just little tiny, not tiny, but it's like rivulets, not quite not a waterfall, and it basically kind of almost cools by the time it hits the ground, but it provides enough dim light in the cavern. It's just kind of seeping through the cracks, pretty much. It's not like there's a flow anywhere.
If you could hit the sending spell and tell us where the dragon is according to these pillars, my guess is it's close to 3, but I'm not entirely sure. If we know which one it is, we could start by taking that one out,
Pavlov's trackers.
and then having somebody else, if we feel the need to, take out the second one and see if we can't get it to come down.
Yeah.
Because at the very least, if we collapse the one underneath it and underneath the gold pile, there is a chance that the weight itself will actually cause it to just go. Maybe.
Right.
Gold is heavy, right?
Can be.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
So, does there need to be 2 different groups then? If we're focusing on just bringing it down, we just bring it down to us and the polymorph and the disease happening once it's down at our level? Because then we don't have to worry about splitting up our magic casters, because someone's got magic cast to do. Pep needs to do the disease, and Nimnan was talking about doing polymorph. So if we're gonna do those in sync together, then either it needs to be in the same spot, or you need to figure out who's going where to do it.
That's if we feel like we need to do the contagion at the same time as the polymorph. If we feel like the polymorph can happen without that, we might be okay. If not, then yes, I'll have to go with Nimnam, and
but if you
I don't know how we're gonna get both of us that close for us to, because I have to touch it. No matter what, if I'm going to give it sickness, I have to literally.
Right.
So.
But if it's polymorph first, then you try to take out the column, the weight alone won't take it. If it's a chicken, then
right. But if we bring the chicken down here.
Right.
I thought that was the plan, was we polymorph the chicken, bring it down here.
Then we do that thing.
But the gold is still up there. It will help the weight. Will most likely help to collapse whatever underneath, and possibly put more weight behind what is going to fall.
Well,
why are we
still we take out all 3 pillars, but I think if polymorph works, we loot, and then we blow.
Why would we need to blow it up anyway?
The amount that is up there.
Where are you gonna put it?
It was a lot.
We're gonna spend like 30 minutes sifting through it all, find all the goodies, and fill our bags of holding, and then we take the chicken down and blow it.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, the amount of gold we can carry is gonna be negligible to the pile.
Yeah, the bag of holding can hold 500 pounds, and there's already some stuff in there. I don't think it's much, but
yeah,
call it, I don't know. I'd say like 50 pounds is used up. I think you have like some weapons and stuff.
Yeah, a couple weapons and potions and shit, so.
And my personal one has like 30 pounds of clothing in it, I would say. A couple of capes. Giant skull.
Only get 20 pounds of gold in there, Spaz.
That's retarded, but alright.
Sorry.
It's perfect timing, though.
I know that was. That could not have been better.
Spaz, you have what? Do you have another bag of holding or something else?
I have my closet bag of holding.
That's just a smaller bag of holding? Is that what
It's
that is?
just got all my clothes in it. I don't remember where I got it, but I've had it for a while.
Do you guys have 2 bags of holding? And Spaz has one and is just using it as
That's one
the...
and I have one.
Did you all not know that I had one? That I had one?
No,
Did
I
I
really
must-
forgot that we
That's
had two.
always
Should I
had one.
not have said anything?
I
so
knew
so
it
you
was
guys...
Spaz's, but I forgot that there was a second one in the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally
Spaz
forgot about
always had
that.
one.
Okay, so... So let's say you guys can get about... like 900 to 920-ish pounds of gold between the 2 bags.
That's a lot of gold.
Gold and gems and stuff as well.
Same spot you were
How many
To which
coins
the
is
gems
that?
and stuff is.
What's the
I
conversion?
can look it up actually. Think gold, but it's not. I mean, it's a mix. It's mostly gold, but there's some other stuff and this and that. But on average, it's about the value of gold, and it have a weight. One coin weighs about 1/3 of an ounce. So 50 coins weighs a pound.
Oh, they got.
So
50 coins to a pound.
it's just under 50. So it's like 45,000.
Spawn me with a
Yeah, 45,000. Yeah, would be what you're able to fit.
45,000 gold. Yeah, I'm gonna be rich. Can buy that Holy Avenger. Maybe not. Alright, well, we got 5 minutes, so.
That's the plan. Like,
Yeah, so do we want to end it on you guys deciding on a plan? Or do we want to end it on the plan being enacted and then the immediate repercussions? What would be a better cliffhanger for you guys?
Let
I
me
say
think on
let's
it.
wrap up the plan. I don't want to start anything and then.
Okay.
yeah, because then my dream.
So let's decide on a plan in character now, but then you're not allowed to change it next time.
Okay.
Oh, buddy.
So I want you to stay here and make sure you don't leave.
Right. So our options are chicken, sick, or collapse it, or just bomb run.
Or
wait.
or sick chicken?
Operation Sick Chicken.
Yep.
So are we going for the sick, or are we just going? Because can you make it so it's got a poor wisdom saving throw with sickness? But that's gonna take 6 rounds, and it's gonna take a lot of time.
Well, hold on. Let me double check that. I gotta remember which one's not in that book. Hold on.
Too funny.
Yeah, I know, right? Alright, so... Make a melee spell attack against a creature within your reach. On a hit, you afflict the creature with a disease of your choice from any of the ones described below. At the end of each of the target's turns, it must make a Constitution saving throw. After failing 3 of these saving throws, the disease's effect lasts for the duration, which is 7 days. After succeeding on 3 of these saving throws, the creature recovers from the disease and the spell ends. So, either way, it's diseased. It just might not last more than 3 rounds, or it could last for 7 days. There's only one way to find out.
Well,
We'll have 3 rounds to fuck with it from that point, at the very least.
3 rounds is better than nothing.
3 rounds is plenty of time to cast a spell.
Yep.
Alright, so
what disease will it be to?
You said that was a wisdom? Yeah, blinding sickness. First one on there. Wisdom.
Yep, I believe.
The creature has disadvantage on wisdom checks, wisdom saving throws, and is blinded.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That might
He'll
be
never see us
really
coming.
helpful.
Actually, that's probably your best option
Yeah.
because then you can run away.
Yeah.
True. I mean, it could probably use its ears still to get us, but like,
It'd be at disadvantage.
true. Very true, and that way we could actually move pretty quick.
It'd be, yeah, wisdom saving throw, and it had temporary blindness.
And then honestly, if
sounds
the,
like a plan.
if the plan is we need to run, fairly certain.
If we need to run, I can. If we're all together and we need to run, I can teleport us away.
Alright, there's
Yeah,
that.
All of us?
Yeah, you guys do have an out.
Yeah.
That
There's
would work.
that.
You have an out.
All right, so the plan is Operation Sick Chicken. You guys are going to
Yeah.
you're going to go back up top, and you're all going in that way, or is someone or a team staying down below for the pillar?
I say we all go up there as one, because if shit hits the fan, maybe literally, we might have to just stand and fight.
Mhm.
Always an
And
option.
I would rather have everyone there than some of us down here going, "What the fuck's going on?"
Yeah.
And then we
Alright.
could, well, yeah. Worst case, is this okay? Quick aside question, DM, is
Yeah.
this like chasm? Does it look like it was carved out by something in particular, like it's worked stone, or is it still rough?
No, this cavern, and for what it's worth, the one the dragon was in, both look like natural formation caverns.
Perfect. I can go Earth Elemental, and I can literally just through the bottom of the floor.
That's cool.
Yeah, well, it's one of the weird parts.
Yeah, was it
of
Earth Glide, right?
Yes, elemental
Yeah.
can burrow through
You can just be like-
non-magical,
You can
unworked
just-
stone.
Blah, 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 blah.
So you
Yeah,
could just
literally,
like
she'll just be like,
deuces.
deuces,
Just like Terminator style. Just
pretty much, and then just like glide my way down one of the shafts so that I don't just go falling through, but like,
That's hilarious.
okay,
Just like, yeah,
start
just
taking
ride
shit
your
out.
way down one of the pillars.
Yeah, and then just, I mean, I could literally take it out as I went through, and then I attempt to do another Earth Glide to not take damage. It's also resistant to bludgeoning, so worst case, I end up taking some damage.
That's so cool. Alright, so you guys spend some time while you're in the cavern. You formulate this plan. You guys go back and forth,
Let's see what I get.
providing spell options
Ugh.
for forever. You guys are kind of drawing out plans in the dirt. You're throwing out these tons of options, and eventually you settle on Operation Sick Chicken. You make your way as a group back up the way you came to approach near where the entrance to the dragon's cavern actually is. And on your way, you guys are hammering out the various details of said plan. And you guys are now within striking range of the cavern of the dragon's lair itself. You're not so close to it that you need to make a stealth check or be weary of your movements and stuff, but you're right on that threshold where you go any forward, that's when you're starting to enter the danger. So as we leave you guys in these tunnels, hammering out the plans of Operation Sick Chicken and preparing to take your next steps forward, that is where we will end tonight's session.
Operation Sick Chicken is just such a ridiculous phrase. I love it so
It
much.
is, and I love it, and it stays.
It's
Yes.
so us.
It's very us.
So should I open it? Or is that just the one?
In like the
So
best
much.
ways possible.
I'm excited to see
Oh, this should
how this freaking ends up.
This should be great.
Yeah.
These nuts. Got him!
Oh no, I dropped my
Also, if we want to change
Potatoes.
those out, I have downloaded the monks praying and then smacking themselves in the face.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
And she turned
Hell
me
yeah.
into a newt. I actually found a good version.
Fantastic.
So if we want them changed, you may make requests. I just have to delete other ones for the time being to get them in there.
Oh, you
So
can't
we
do
can-
more than 8?
Not unless I were to upgrade Discord through a paid version. It's... Otherwise, yes, we can only have 8 at a time, but I am more than happy to just cycle them out.
Mm-hmm.
Because all of those sounds are downloaded onto my desktop, so they're there.
Nice.
Alright. Sounds good.
I want the guy to
Wait.
spawn this massive guy.
And
Really good work, everyone.
the fucking nuggets. But this is... I love it.
That's just too fun.
Alright.
All right, great planning session, guys. Typical us. Spend about an hour and a half
Oh, dude,
deciding on
that is
how
kinda
to
normal
engage
for,
a dragon.
for D&D. Like,
Oh,
there was
100%.
There was one time where he had a group of about the same numbers, actually. And it was a 2-hour long planning on how we were going to breach a city and take out a whole bunch of shit in there. And it was just like, we didn't do anything. And there was one guy that was just so anxious by the end of it. He was like, I'm so sorry, but we argued the entire time. What to tell
I also
you.
really like how I'm like, oh, here's the dragon's lair. He can try to collapse the cavern. You can try to come in from above. Nah, I'm just gonna go in and try to turn him into a chicken.
It's always the shit you don't expect, man.
I know, and like I'm actually excited to see how it turns out.
It's part of what you told us, because it's turned into a chicken and then drop the roof on it.
Yeah, we're still doing the thing. We're just more steps.
Like we
But
do.
you are dropping the roof on it.
Well, the plan
If-
is take
if it
chicken,
turns into
put
a
down
chicken,
below.
We are dropping the roof on it.
Why?
Again, just more steps.
What?
What do you mean, why?
I mean,
For the glory of Satan, of course.
If it's under the collapsing roof, it can't fly anywhere, and the rock damage.
Instead
it'll-
of being able to fly
but
out
it'll
of the
still
hole.
be a dragon then.
Yeah, it'll still be a dragon, but it'll be
It's gonna be a
under
dragon
the rock.
anyway.
So you're just gonna make it a sick chicken for transport purposes?
No. We do the sick
Relocation.
on the dragon. No, it's sick on the dragon.
On the
Polymorph
dragon.
to chicken. Chicken is normal. Dragon then pops out, still sick. And we drop the roof on it. The sick is also, hey, if that fails, we can run away because it's blinded. For a couple of rounds at least. We all know this is not going to go how we planned it. but
Question
just- I
us.
mean,
This is a brilliant plan. What are you talking
I think it's a great idea. I'm excited to see how.
The
Hey,
DM is smiling.
it's
We
a
should be
great
all
idea.
concerned.
It is a great. I am smiling.
We're gonna give Tom weeks to plan a counter.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna counter anything. I already. I already know. There's something. I'll give us.
No, don't give us
Nope,
anything.
don't do it.
Nope,
Don't
no,
do it.
no,
Just let us go in blind.
No.
I'll just say that
Nope,
I like
no,
the idea,
No.
Keep
and I'm
talking.
excited to see what happens.
No.
There we go. Good response, buddy.
I'll leave it at that. I do. That's a fucking hilarious fucking thing.
Oh yeah, no.
Let's go fight. Let's have an epic battle with the dragon. I'm gonna turn into a chicken.
Problem with that.
I feel like
I'm
the
excited.
chickens in our heads from turning a goblin into a chicken, but you know what? You never know. It could work twice.
You guys have been chicken primed.
We have been primed for chicken.
Right. That's gonna be the name of this session. Primed for chicken. And then next session will be Operation Sick Chicken.
Sick and chicken.
Chicken, chicken.
Oh my god, dude. Holy.
All right. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night, y'all.
Jab, everyone.
Good
Night, everyone.
Well
Chicken,
done.
chicken, chicken, chicken.
Holy moly.
Oh